Hey guys, Lana here with another quick but not so quick tutorial. Let's get it. I've already laid down my clear base layer, and the acrylic color I'm using, well, the acrylic glitter that I'm using is from Acrylics, and I believe it's number 5. I love it because it's super sparkly, and you guys should know by now that I'm all about glitter from my Instagram. That's the first color, and I'm going to extend the tip using this glitter. And I picked up more like mylar pieces in the glitter than like the actual acrylic because it is pre-mixed. So I made sure that every now and then you'll see me adding just like a little bit of clear acrylic in there just to make sure that it holds the shape that I want. Adding the extra like clear to the glitter, or on top of it rather, is something that I do sometimes when you got like loose glitter or like the dots and stuff like that, just to make sure that everything stays intact. So once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go ahead and use Glamorous Nude because I want the glitter to fade on top of the nude instead of, like blended underneath like, a standard ombre. And as usual, when placing the bead next to the cuticle area, you don't apply it, right on top. You just apply it like a little bit lower, and then, push it up into the cuticle area just to get that like flush, flawless finish later. If this was a quote-unquote standard ombre, I'd be building my apex, but because I don't want the apex to be too high since the glitter is going to go over the nude, I'm only building it slightly, just making sure that I have enough nude for coverage for the natural nail. As you guys watch me do that, here's a fun fact / secret. I've been holding onto this video since like March. I just never got around to editing it. I was still pregnant and everything, and this was like the only nails I did the entire quarantine up till probably like a month ago, which we're in September now, so don't judge me, but finally. Anyway, these dots, this glitter was from RCM Nail Bling on Instagram. I love her. She's super sweet, and she has some of the best glitter mixes out there. So go ahead and give her a follow. And I'm also trying to make this kind of like a try-on kind of thing. So I'm fading this into the acrylics and also on top of the nude. So what's important is like kind of placing the dots with this look sporadically. You don't want things to be too uniform. You want it more of like kind of like an organic fading kind of look. So that's why you'll see me kind of moving dots until I'm kind of happy with the placement. And really this is something that I don't do as often as I like, but I love using glitter, especially dots in this kind of way. So I'll probably have to make sure I do this more often, but yeah, especially with the amount of glitter that I have. I'm a whole glitter whore out here in these streets, okay? I got it by the gram, got 8 of it. Okay, I'm gonna stop. But yeah. Moving on to our flower placement, I kind of wet them a little bit and also put like a little clear down too, just to kind of make sure that it flattens whenever I'm adding pressed flowers into the nails. Out of frame slightly. I don't know why sometimes I feel like I gotta work like up to my face with my hand up to my face. Don't judge me. But yeah, you can also use your finger or use the brush to kind of make sure it presses down and it's going to stick. You don't want it to move. So I kind of try to make sure that it's cured a little bit. Well, the acrylic underneath it cures it and it holds it in place a little bit before I move on. And again, you also want to make sure you work super thin because you don't want the nails to turn out super bulky afterwards. Here's flower number 2. When I was doing this originally, it was supposed to be a pink flower and a yellow flower, and I was outside because it was a nice day and my pink flower blew away and I didn't feel like going back inside where my supplies were to get another one. So that is why this is the way that it is. Don't judge me, it still came out beautiful. Just thought I'd share. You did. Step would just be to cap everything. Again, when you're going to cap and you're doing any kind of end cap, you also want to pay attention to the thickness of your nail while you're working and adding whatever you may be adding when you're encapsulating, just to make sure that the nail isn't too thick and that it's the perfect thickness, so that if you do need to file, when you're finished filing rather, you don't file any of your beautiful artwork out. So make sure you pay close attention to that. And that will be a tip for not only when you're working on yourself, but when you're working on clients. So like you'll see in this video, I'll turn my hand sideways just to check it out. I do the same thing to my clients, just to help you work smarter, not harder. So we're pretty much done, and while I didn't bother doing the filing, here's a shot of the matte, and I was a bit torn on if I should keep them this way or not, but I ended up going with shiny, and yeah, so here's the finished product. I hope you guys like, and I'll be posting another video shortly within the next few days. So yeah, thanks for watching. Go ahead and subscribe, and also in the comments let me know what you'd like to see.